Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel, Drawing with Michael. Michael Clarida Arts, all of the in-between. So this morning we're going to be doing something we've done quite a few times on this channel, which is review a tablet. I've had a lot of companies reach out to me and they've asked me to review their tablets because of my unique viewpoint and the way that I review the tablets. A lot of other YouTubers will just unbox a tablet, then they'll go in, they'll do a simple line test, and they'll give their pros and cons and move on. What I actually do is a little bit more. I do everything that a lot of the other YouTubers do, and then I'll go in and I'll actually do a drawing which exemplifies the purpose of the tablet. You know, I want to go in as a professional illustrator of over 23 years worth of experience of designing toys and illustration for commercial and retail markets, and give a real-world viewpoint of the product itself. A company that I've done a review for previously reached out to me and they said, hey, would you do another review for us? And I said, sure, why not? I like doing reviews as long as I can have my own opinion. And they said, sure, of course. So the company that I'm talking about is SenseLab with an X. SenseLab is a company that has been around a little while, and they started creating these incredible products that really are at the upper echelon of design, design and quality and execution and performance. They provide best-in-class digital drawing experiences for professionals to expand their creativity. And that basically is a lot of words saying that they create great products for professionals and for somebody wanting to get into the digital market. They were founded in 2019 by professionals and with experience that spans varied disciplines in the industrial and illustration and animation, FX, and software engineering. A lot of people have said, oh, it's just a bunch of old Wacom executives that decided to form their own company. And that's one way of looking at it, but it's also a brand new book that you can open on a company that, has a huge amount of experience in the workplace and in the market, creating products for an alternate company for a long time, and then getting the idea that they want to do something different. And that's exactly what SenseLab has done. Their products, which include their medium tablet bundle, their small tablet bundle, their quick key remote, really as a package has put together something that I think can be looked at as being not only a competitor but exceeding some of the other tablet makers' abilities. It's hard to reason, I think, as a professional, to look at their products and say, how are they making money? Right? Because their products, the fit and finish, the quality, the interface, and everything that they've done as a company really kind of creates their own book, right? I talked about that other book as kind of a template for them to create a new business, but man, they have really created such great products. You could equate them to possibly being the Apple versus Microsoft. Microsoft being the giant, right? The giant that has been in the industry for years and years, and Apple came along in the late 80s, early 80s and late 80s especially, and they started doing things different, that think different philosophy. I reviewed their medium tablet bundle and I was absolutely blown away. And, I say that because it's true. And, I review a lot of products on this channel, a lot of tablets, and a lot of them are good and some of them are great, but none of them have really exceeded and blown me away like SenseLab did whenever I reviewed their bundle, their medium tablet bundle. And I'll put that link down in the description so you can see that if you so desire. The small tablet bundle, which is right here. I haven't unboxed it or anything yet. Their small tablet bundle, actually it's not their small tablet bundle, their small tablet. So their small tablet is basically, you know, a smaller version of their medium tablet. And you would think that they would skip on quality, skip on some of the other items that, you know, are on the list, but they don't. I mean, it's got the 16.9 drawing area aspect ratio, and as you look, you know, we're going to get into the details in here in just a minute in terms of sizing and what's in the box. But I look at this as well as this right here. This is kind of the star of the show, their Quick Key remote. If you go on their Instagram, you know, just punch in SenseLabs and it's going to pull up different Instagram accounts because they're in multiple countries. If you go in and you see what people are doing with this particular device, which you can pair with a dongle, and you can use it as a video editing device, you can use it in a myriad of different applications, and the quality and the fit and finish, and the fact that you know, you can plug and play and put it in different computers makes this an extremely powerful device. I know that I'm gushing a little bit, and that's that's because I'm super excited. I'm super excited because not only do I get to review tech, I get to review tech of a company that, you know, I respect and I hope succeeds. You know, I hope all of the companies that I review succeed, because at the end of the day, the one who benefits the most is going to be me, right? Me, the artist, the illustrator, the digital artist. I get to really get the spoils of all of them, you know, battling together, because I get the higher, you know, the higher tech, the better quality, the lower price, and all those things that really help me as an illustrator and artist be better at what I do. So enough talking. There's going to be talking, there's going to be illustrating. This is a little bit longer of a review that you're probably used to. If you look on my channel, most of my tablet reviews are about an hour and 10 minutes. And the reason for that, obviously, is because I like to explain what I'm seeing. I like to explain what's going on. I go through the driver installation, I go through the unboxing, I do the line test, and then I do the final illustration in time lapse, and I talk over that, and I explain how it feels, what it's doing, and if there's any issues or any problems, and I talk about the fit and finish and my predictions for longevity of the product that I'm reviewing. And this is important because I don't have a ton of money, and I want my products that I purchase to last. And SenseLabs, again, the quality and the fit and finish is absolutely top-notch. And you know, there's other companies out there that are making products that are great, but this particular company is making products that are fantastic. Now, just a caveat to that, one of the things that SenseLab doesn't currently produce is a display tablet. I heard in the wind at some point in time that will be one of their products, but right now the fact that they're able to succeed in the market with a pen tablet and not a display tablet tells you a lot about who they are. So let's go ahead and get started with the unboxing, and then we'll move on to the driver installation and on to the tablet use in a real-world situation. So let's go ahead and get started. And of course it has a slot for Kensington Nanolock, and it comes with a really cool case. So let's go ahead and open this up really quick. So those of you who have been on my channel before, or those of you who are visiting me for the first time, thank you for coming back, and thank you for visiting. It's important to note that you know, this channel does a lot of different things. It does traditional art, it does reviews. It's not just a review channel, although I've done a lot of reviews lately, my goodness. You know, we do a lot. You can see I'm here at my drawing desk, and this is my traditional drawing desk, so we do traditional art, you know, from traditional sketching, greeting cards, to higher-end professional illustration. I do character design, character art. I mean, so those of you who are like, well, this is just a review channel, that would be incorrect. I do a lot of different things, and you know, occasionally during the winter seasons, I'm even known to do a little chainsaw carving. So stick around for that. But SenseLabs. Okay, so I always come into an unboxing with a designer's frame of mind. I also come to it as a layman, meaning somebody that doesn't know anything about the product, and I try as hard as I can not to be too judgmental about boxes or the quality of the printing. From my last unboxing, SenseLab knocks out the box out of the park. You know, whenever you unbox something, you can definitely see that quality and thought has been put into the design of the packaging, from the just the cohesive look, to the design language, to how it matches with the logo, to the fonts, to the printing, to, I mean, all of these things really come down to one thing, and that is a experience. They're going after a higher quality product, which, you know, whenever you buy a higher quality product, you're going to pay a higher premium for that particular product. And we'll get into the pricing structure as we go and we install the driver. I'll go on Amazon and I'll go on the SenseLab's website to see exactly what these items cost. But from a design standpoint, I want the box to be easily openable, right? So we have, obviously we have this flap up top, but what's really cool is this section down here has been opened. So what am I going to do? I'm going to slide it out. And you can see already, so we have a box inside of a box. Oh my gosh. So like I said, the fonts match, the color, I love the shininess of this ink. And these again are little tidbits and details that I pay attention to whenever I unbox something, because it's important. You know, if a company throws its product into a box and doesn't care, then it's going to show up in other areas of their business model. So we're looking at this high quality cardboard, and they could have used brown. They didn't have to do black. They could have used really thin, chintzy stuff, but they didn't. The quality is nice and thick, and it just shows, it's called value. You know, I open this and I talk about this in my design class. Whenever a company designs a box, there's actually the thicknesses, and they do studies on how people perceive value. And whenever you turn it over and you have that resistance, that air resistance, it shows that they've really manufactured this to the highest standards of box manufacturing to really give me that wonderful experience. So, and on the inside, there's a little bit of a rubber padding. Again, high quality premium. I'm not seeing any glue marks. I'm not seeing anything like that. Nice crisp die line cuts of the box. So we'll move over. And the funny thing is that's actually going to make me want to keep the box. It sounds so weird. It's not garbage to me anymore. The high quality makes me keep the box, makes me keep everything, you know, centered. And what it really means to me is it's valuable. The same thing happens with an Apple product. The same thing happens with some of the other tablet companies that are out there. You keep that, right? And here's right in the beginning, they already are thanking you in a myriad of different languages for purchasing the Quick Key Remote. And then we move on. Again, the font matches the outside, matches the SenseLab. I mean, everything is there. You know, we turn it over, and they've got a quick start. So a lot of companies come with booklets in different languages. They've simplified the process along with giving you references with the what are these things called? Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put this to the side. I can't remember what those things are called. Anyway. Oh, here we go. So this is the star of the show. So we're looking. We've got the item in a static-free box, or a static-free sleeve. And then here's the warranty explanation booklet. We're not going to look at that. We're going to remove this, and here's the case. Now, this is the only company that I know of that includes a case. This is really cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and take this to the side. First, we're going to look at the case. High quality, Tampo printing, a little bit of, looks like in the QC, they were able to let that through. A little bit of the ink kind of fell off. That happens sometimes. So the nice case, we're going to open it. And inside it looks like we have a charging cable / USB-C. All velvet with some bungee on the inside. I don't know what that is. Oh, here's the dongle well, there's two of them because one of them, I believe, let's go ahead and open this. Okay, so we have the actual dongle right here for the Bluetooth that connects to the Quick Key, and here is looks like a USB-C adapter in case your computer just has USB-C, which mine does. So you can do either standard USB or USB-C. So let's put that back in here for now, and we'll put that here. Let's go ahead and zip it up, because we're going to get to that in just a moment. Okay, looks like we're having some user error. Yep. All right, so let's move on to the star of the show. Let's go ahead and open this. What I like too, and this is kind of picky, is they didn't use, you know, really crumply plastic. I don't like that noise. Okay, so first of all, it's not too heavy, it's not too light. It's got a perfect fit in my hand, similar to a cell phone. It's got rounded corners and edges, so it doesn't feel hard in my hand. The plastic is really high quality. Of course, as human beings, we're used to a lot of things in our lives being plastic, so we can look at this and say, hey, they actually paid attention. It's a textured surface. I don't see any fingerprints whenever I put my finger on there. That's a little bit different whenever I put my finger on the LED screen, and I can see a big fat fingerprint there. But overall, the quality and the fit and finish is fantastic. I would give it an A+. So the rotating wheel, I don't hear any clicking, which is nice. But what's also nice is they put a little indention in here. So instead of just possibly having that slip off, the little indention is perfectly matched to my finger. And the button pushing, again, is high quality. The travel is really nice and return is really nice. Okay, here's that Kensington lock. And this is something that I note a lot on my channel. Whenever it comes to understanding how people interface with products, it's important to understand product design. So they didn't have to put this little rubber backing on here, but they did. And they could have put one here, and one here, and it would still have done the job. But they went ahead and did the entire area with this rubber backing. So I can put it sideways, I can put it diagonal, and I can put it vertically. So that's important to note, that it's not going to slide, it's not going to move, and whenever I'm working, I can rely upon that rubber backing to keep things in place whenever I'm doing my quick keys. Here's another note. So whenever I pick it up, I know that most objects that are square, to basically kind of wedge my finger under to get it above, so I can pick it up. However, they went ahead and put some indentions in here, so it allows my finger basically to go under it really easily. And of course, they've got a debossed logo down here showing Sense Labs, and here is, where's the power? I know that it's here. Okay. Oh, so here's the power slider down at the bottom. So what I would do is I would slide this and hold it, and that would put it into pairing mode. That would pair with the dongle that I insert into the computer, and then we could get started programming the Quick Keys. So that is it for the Quick Key remote. So let's move on to the tablet itself. Very exciting. And I almost forgot how it goes into the carrying case. Very important in the context of the review process. So here's the remote. What's nice is this is all velvet, all super soft, so you can be rest assured that it's going to be in here nice and snug, and it is partially padded with some rubber on the inside, so you can think, yeah, it'll be safe once it's in its little home. So I'm going to insert it. It fits perfectly in here. Here's the interface cable, and the dongle has its own little pocket as well. So we're going to go ahead and close it. Zips up nice and secure, and I can put that in my carry-all bag. I can put that in my overnight bag, or if I just want it safe and secure when I'm not using it, I can just put it in, you know, on the shelf or whatever next to the tablet. So let's go ahead onto the tablet. Okay, so here is the tablet again, very similar to the other item we just opened. So let's go ahead and have a little cut of the plastic. So what's nice about this is, in terms of family of products, the family of products, right? We talk about design language, we talk about unification, we talk about overview, and the experience of exactly what you're going to get whenever you buy one of these tablets. First of all, like I said, the design language, the colors, all the inks match. The design language and the placement of the tablet, as well as the sizing of the logo, and the fit and finish and the quality of the box itself. Very important. Again, you know, we look at the back. I showed you this a moment ago, but it does show the contents of what's inside of this particular box and what you're going to get. And that's important because if there is some type of issue regarding items in the box, you can always refer back to the diagram. This is what you're going to get, right? And it lists all the items that you're going to get down here from 1 to 11. So we have the box, we have the 2 pins, and that's also interesting to note. We're going to get into that in just a moment. Here's the nibs, the nib remover, the tablet, the sleeve that it comes in. Also, they're thinking about that person that travels. And then we're going to get to the cable, we're going to get to the USB-C adapter and the dongle. Actually, here's the dongle and here's the adapter, and they give you a glove. Woohoo, glove. And it indicates the SenseLab Quick Key controller is also available because it does not come with this particular device. You have to buy that separately. I know in the medium tablet bundle it does come with the remote. So let's go ahead. Again, we're talking about how the box slides out. We don't have to cut anything. Oh man, this is awesome. I know it sounds kind of weird and why I get excited about boxes. The unboxing process, just to film it, is a little, it's a little much, but overall I like the experience because it shows me the company has actually thought about things, right? You think about things. Shows all the indication on the box, and again, the box, the quality is very nice. I'm looking how to open it. Okay. So, and two, what's nice is they didn't put any tape here. They know that once you've unboxed and taken off that plastic covering, game on. They don't want you to have any inhibitions about getting in there and you know, enjoying and starting the process of enjoying their tablet. Nothing frustrates me more than packaging you can't get into. Okay, so again, we're on that 45-degree. Yeah, let's go ahead and move this out of the way. We're greeted again. Design language, we're greeted with that same smaller version. You can compare the two. Same smaller version of the thank you right here. And it indicates, you know, spent countless hours with professional artists to co-design the details of this tablet. And they explain to you this is a different way of doing things. So we'll go ahead and remove this. Again, here's the quick key. They want you to register the product. They want you to, you know, if you have any issues, they want you to download the driver. And of course, it is compatible with Mac OS, Windows, and Linux. Very cool. And it shows you can do with your USB and plug it in, or you can use the wireless feature. So if at any point in time you're in a place where you cannot charge the tablet, then of course you have that wire to go ahead and plug it in. And I'm sure, and it indicates USB charge capabilities, so once you plug that into the computer, you can actually charge the tablet off of the USB-C port in your computer. Also important to note, and again, we're greeted with what? We're greeted with the same design language we just experienced in the Quick Key remote. We have that static-free bag. We have a nice box on the right-hand side, vacuum-formed plastic insert here. So let's go ahead. I'm sure this is the documentation along with the glove. Nope, this is just documentation. Here's the lab warranty, very similar to what happened in the other one. Okay, and a sticker. They didn't have to do this. This is something that is completely unnecessary in the context of the product itself. But they want you to, free advertising. Actually, it's not free. These things cost money. But again, you know, you get the product, and having a sticker is just an added bonus, right? So let's go ahead and put this to the side. And we have the pin. And then we have another box. And then looks like there's something down here. Ah. Very nice. This is the sleeve, the protective sleeve that comes with the product. Let's go ahead and move the box out of the way. Very nice. We'll get into that in just a moment. And let's look what's in the box. In the box, what do we have? We've got the cable. And we've got the glove. So medium is probably their way of just basically covering a lot of their bases. If indeed the glove is too big for you, I'm sure that they offer different options. But overall, I tend to believe that these things are sized a little bit smaller. So whenever you put it on, it fits really snug. My hand is not that big, and it's almost pretty much a perfect fit. And again, they've got that tampo printed, actually it's a little HD, meaning it's got some loft to it. So nice quality. Some of the other gloves that I've received are cotton. This one's polyester, and it looks like it's going to last quite a bit of time. So let's go ahead and put the glove off to the side, along with the cable. Okay, we'll get into the pen. Static-free bag. La. So of course I've experienced this before. SenseLab and their product design team has knocked it out of the park. This is a very nice case. This is, gosh, indicative of, it's hard to describe. I mean, the rounded corners, the higher end hinges here, the DBoss logo, it's rounded, it's textured. All of these items are definitely engineered. So in addition, it's magnetic. So it opens up and you're greeted with this rubberized coating over the entire interior of the box. We're talking super high quality, and you get 2 pins. Why in the heck am I getting 2 pins, you wonder? That doesn't make any sense. First of all, they understand that not everybody's hand is the same size. They also understand that not everybody is the same. Human beings are different. So you're going to have some people that like a slim pin, which I love. Some people that like a larger traditional pin, which I love. I tend to go towards the larger pins, just because that's what I'm used to. And it's got an eraser on the back. Both pins have erasers, and both pins have, look at that, you get 3 buttons. There's not 2, there's 3. This particular pen has 2 buttons, probably just for size, but the larger pen has 3 buttons. Probably pre-programmed from the factory that you can change, and you get 3, 6, 9, 10. You get 10 nibs. Looks like you get 4 textured nibs, and then you get 6 non-textured nibs. What I like about that is the fact that the realization of this particular device is the nibs tend to wear out depending on how soft the plastic is, and they provide a myriad of different selections and replacement nibs. And of course in here you have that USB Bluetooth dongle and the adapter. What's really cool again about this particular setup is the fit and finish and the quality. It is so nice. Perception of value. I think this is probably one of the best, if not the best, pen container out there in the market. You know, I've used pen setups, and I've used different tablets from different companies. This is definitely upper echelon and extremely nice, you know, and magnetic. So we're going to put that to the side. We're going to get the pen tablet itself. Okay, very nice. Let's go ahead and open this up. Wow. taking my breath away. That sounds so weird. It's taking my breath away. Oh my goodness. Here's the deal. This is something that I noticed whenever I reviewed their other tablet. And the fit and finish, the quality is A++. I've already said that. But what's really cool is whenever you feel it, it almost feels metallic on the bottom. It's cold to the touch. And again, here are those grooves to coincide with that design language we talked about earlier. Being able to put your fingers underneath. And you've got the 6 rubber pads so it doesn't slide. Here's all the legalese with the logo, the serial number, so on and so forth. And here's that USB-C insert, and here's the power right here. It's got a textured surface, very nice. I'm putting my fingers on here, and that's important to note because we are all greasy. We are greasy, organic humans, and anything we touch, we leave our oils on our hands. They've created a way, and I'm really looking, they've created a way that it doesn't show fingerprints, and I'm not sure how they're doing that. How are you doing that? And what's really cool is a lot of tablets, they're the same on the top as they are on the bottom. So I'll be drawing, and every time I bring my hand down, it will put a little bit of pressure on the pad of my hand, and eventually that'll cause a problem. What they've done is they've tapered it down, because as you draw, and you're drawing, that angle will actually help you in fatigue. It'll help you not fatigue so quickly. Here's 3 quick keys up here in case you want to switch. You're drawing, and if you don't have that quick key remote that you've purchased, that have the possibility of purchasing, you can go up and do quick keys right here. So if you do eraser, you can switch monitors if you have dual monitors, and you can do whatever you want to. And one of the things to note, let me see if I can turn this on, if it has any energy. It might not. So I have to charge this before I use it. But what to note is whenever you turn it on, these will turn blue. And then whenever you cycle through the different quick keys, or you cycle through, these will match your quick key remote. So they're yellow, green, orange, blue, red, and they'll change. So that's really cool. You're drawing, switch, and it'll change on the quick key, and it'll change on the tablet. So that is the unboxing of the tablet. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, and this is the line test. So I've done line tests before, and typically what I'll use is my standard brush. Excuse me, this brush right here, which has a texture to it. And so I'm going to turn pressure curve on. And you can see the pressure curve is very nice with regards to this particular device. So I'm going to do just a horizontal test, a vertical test, a diagonal test, and then just some tests here and there. And I'm going to indicate a little bit of pressure. And we're going to go a lot of pressure. And we're going to get a little bit of pressure. And we're going to go all the way till it tapers to nothing. Okay, so this looks like a lot of gobbledygook, right? But there's a lot of information in here that I want to point out. So what we're looking for in terms of a wiggle, right? Wiggle, is consistent wiggle that has to do with the digitizer. So a consistent wiggle would be here, 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 evenly spaced, okay? And it doesn't have any of this. Now, obviously, there is some wiggle, and you're like, whoa, bro, there's wiggle there, man. You know, I agree with that, but that's me. That's my wiggle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and create another layer, and I'm going to use my handy-dandy metal ruler. So, I always hesitate on putting metal on top of plastic because there's a possibility of scratching. But this is a architect's ruler, and it's made out of aluminum, and I'm going to be very, very careful. So we're going to go ahead and place it on the tablet, as you can see. And I'm going to go ahead all the way across. Consistent pressure.
And you can see the only time you see any type of deviation, and I'm going to zoom in because I'm going to be really picky because, you know, why not? Let's be picky. Let's go ahead. Any deviation you see will be resistance deviation, like right here, right here, right here. That basically is my hand moving across and the friction between the pen, the ruler, and the surface of the tablet. That is perfectly normal. That's what you have to remember. Perfectly normal items in the context of the test. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to zoom in again, and we're going to do a diagonal test. Actually, we're going to do a vertical test. Okay. Let's go ahead in. And I'm going to move it over. We're going to go really light, really heavy, and really light again. So this right here, that transition between medium pressure to heavy pressure, you're not seeing this. This would be wrong. Now, I manufactured that. This is completely normal and fantastic. I don't see any wiggle. I'm seeing good transition from light pressure to dark, back to light. And that's important too. A lot of pens can do from light to dark, but when you start tapering off from dark to light, what will happen is, for some reason, I don't know, maybe it's in the algorithm, it'll try and predict your pressure, and it will try and either lighten too quickly or it'll darken too quickly. So now we're going to do the final diagonal test, and typically the diagonal test is where it really tests the digitizer, if there's a digitizer on the tablet. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the diagonal test. If we don't mess things up. Here we go. Inside the window. Okay. Okay, so what I'm seeing, okay, so there is, if you can see it, you see how it's wiggling ever so slightly. Now we're going to go really slow, and I'm going to zoom in because I want to make sure I get this right. Because right now I have a metal ruler on a solid plastic surface, and it's not moving at all, and I'm dragging the pen down diagonally. So we're going to zoom in. Okay. And I'm being very picky. So let's be real. I'm being extremely picky. Because frankly, I don't draw like this. I don't draw like this. So let's make the brush a little bit smaller. A little bit smaller. So let's go ahead and get you in the window. Okay. Now you see it? There it is, right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So whenever you have something like that, that is a digital anomaly pertaining to wiggle. It's very hard to get rid of this, just so you know. These companies that have been around a long time still have issues with this. There is no line smoother on this. I'm dragging it across as smooth as I can. I'm not deviating and having... Actually, let me see if tilt's on. I wonder if tilt is on. Shape dynamics. Nope, tilt is off. When you have consistent little peaks like that, distance-wise, over that spectrum, that is, I would probably say within, because, you know, whenever you manufacture things, you have to have that space where things are acceptable, and most people aren't going to do things like this, right? Whenever it comes to Illustrator, I haven't used this particular device inside of Illustrator yet, but the vector programs, you can put line smoothers on them. And honestly, this is so slight, and I'm being extremely picky. So I just want to be very forthright and clear and transparent, and you understanding that this is not a big deal. I know that a lot of people are going to say, oh my gosh, it wiggles like you wouldn't believe. Let me tell you something. Some of the older technology, you know, even 3 years ago, you would see it go like this. And you could still create decent artwork like that. Now we're down to probably You know, this is going freehand. And even freehand, I don't see really of a wiggle. And it's funny, the faster you go, the better it is. I don't typically have any issues whenever it comes to drawing on digital tablets. Even ones that have had wiggle. I have drawn on Surface devices all the way back since 2014. So I don't have any issues with wiggle. Just know this particular... Let's try it again. I want to make absolutely sure that I'm seeing what I'm seeing. So let's go ahead and do it again. I'm looking at my roller to see if there's any... I mean, that's pretty much straight as it gets, dudes. That is... I mean, that is straight. That's straight as an arrow. Alright, and most arrows are not straight, just so you know. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to do one final. Yeah, I can see it. So you can see even here, 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 and here. So obviously they're still probably working on the algorithm and the updates and the firmware and everything that'll be updating, you know, within the drivers and everything. But, you know, I don't see anything vertically. I don't see anything horizontally. Let's go ahead and do the horizontal test again. No, perfectly straight. Perfectly straight. And let's do this. And here's the horizontal again. Yeah, you can see it. Slight wiggle. Probably within their design parameters. And of course, every company has it. Every company has a wiggle, guys. I'm sorry. Some are better than others. And if you don't like the wiggle, then here's a little thing right here. Let's turn up the smoothing a little bit. Right? Actually, here, 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 here. Yep. So, that being said, I just wanted to make sure you know that the devices out there in the market, if you're so particular about drawing that diagonal super straight line, then maybe, I don't know. I don't know how to address that question, right? I don't know what the answer is because I don't have any issues with that. But overall, the experience and me drawing with this tablet so far has been really good. I've used it for a few days just in doodling, just to get used to, because I don't like going into things super in the dark. And of course, I typically draw on a display tablet. So me transitioning over to a drawing tablet sometimes has its, has its little issues and caveats. So let's go ahead and get into our sketch and drawing. And hopefully you guys can realize that sometimes a little wiggle, honestly, a little wiggle might be pretty good. A little wiggle here and there, right? Like I said, I draw fast, so I don't typically have any issues with stuff like that. All right, so let's get to the drawing.
that wraps up the review of the SenseLabs small drawing tablet. So what did I think overall? I thought it was a great experience. You know, it's very similar to the other experience I had with their medium tablet bundle. You know, the fit and finish, the quality, the interface, the perception of value, all those get A++. You know, I did the drawing test and I saw a couple little bumps here and there on the diagonal, but that was extremely specific and my testing parameters were very narrow. I you know, tested it diagonally and I saw just a slight wiggle. And honestly, I don't have any issues with wiggle, and I know a lot of artists don't. But then again, there are some artists that, you know, are picky, and that's, you know, whatever comes to digital drawing, it is an evolutionary process that we're going through right now. You know, a lot of the tablets do have the wiggle, and some are better than others. But at the end of the day, if the wiggle really bothers you, you know, put that line smoother on there. The other issue that I had was the remote. Some of the buttons were just a little bit sticky in return. You know, that's being real picky, of course, and I'm sure that over the period of time and wearing it in, those will get more fluid and won't have any issues. And it never stuck to the point where it inhibited my creativity or my drawing at all. And again, I'm being real picky because I know you, as people that purchase your hard-earned dollars for products like this, want to know the ins and outs, and if there's any issues at all with the product. You want the pluses and you want the subsequent minuses. I didn't have, you know, any issues with pairing, any issues with, you know, using the pens. I didn't have any issues with pairing with the programs. So all those things are really easy, and they've taken a lot of time to really invest in understanding how users use the product. You know, they came over from a larger corporation and they developed and founded this company with the philosophy of creating really high-level products, but not at a huge price point. This particular tablet, the small tablet, drawing tablet's $199 on their website. And then if you add this remote right here, it's another $100. So for $300, you get an incredible system that will help photographers, illustrators, graphic artists, designers alike to you know, to do digital illustration and art. I review a lot of tablets, and I always come up with kind of the same philosophy. If it has a high return for my investment, it's a product that I'm going to recommend. And I'm going to recommend SenseLabs as a company, not only for their fit and finish and quality of products, but also, you know, their philosophy. They really want to do good, and that's important. I talked about earlier in the video about the person that really benefits from all of these things, all these new products coming into the marketplace, is going to be someone like me, because I get to get all of the spoils of them battling it out for supremacy in the tablet and display tablet markets. You know, I get better quality, I get lower prices, I get, you know, higher return on my investment, and all those things are fantastic. I'm sure if you go on social media and you follow SenseLabs, they probably have sales. I think right now there's a sale going on, and as when this video was filmed, which is mid-October, and you could probably pick this tablet up for a discounted rate. But at the end of the day, $199 for this tablet by itself is a steal. I see other tablets that are $50, $60, $70 that do similar things, but not at the level of quality, precision, and fit and finish that SenseLabs has created this this particular device. So, yeah, good job. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video review. Big shout out and thanks to SenseLabs for letting me review this particular tablet. And I'm looking forward to the future products that they have, whatever they may be. You know, it's hard to imagine how they can improve on this. But, you know, that's what's great about technology. It's always and ever evolving. So thank you guys for watching, and, you know, go out and draw some of those horizons, okay? We'll talk to you soon.